The Portland Trail Blazers were clutch again, flashed a little gasp defense and stalled two of Rip City's least favorite players James Harden and Russell Westbrook, en route to a 110-102 win over the Houston Rockets on Tuesday night at Disney World in Orlando. The win moved the Blazers 31-38 to 2-1 in the NBA bubble and inched them within 1.5 games of the Memphis Grizzlies 32-36 for the 8th and final playoff spot in the Western Conference. With 5 games left, the Blazers' playoff chances don't just seem attainable, they suddenly seem likely. Let's get right to another NBA bubble edition of Things We Liked and Disliked about the Blazers' win over the Rockets. First up, 3 things to like. Clutch Melo. Again, can I just copy and paste what I wrote after Game 1? It turns out, Skinny Melo didn't show up to the bubble, Vintage Melo did. And the man who has 26 final-minute game winners on his Hall of Fame resume was up to his old bag of tricks, and then some, Tuesday night. Anthony didn't just hit one of the biggest shots of the night, he also made 2 of the most important defensive stops of the game, adding 3 more memorable highlights to his basketball resurrection in Portland. First, the defensive stance. The Blazers and Rockets were deadlocked at 100-100 with less than 4 minutes remaining when Harden, perhaps the NBA's toughest one-on-one cover, collected a pass on the left wing and sized up Anthony for an isolation scoring chance. Harden tried to work around Anthony toward the middle, but the 36-year-old forward wouldn't budge, shuffling his feet to keep Harden contained and poking the ball out of his hands. It trickled away and Anthony dove to the ground, corralling the ball and flipping it to CJ McCollum with 3:34 left. On the Rockets' next possession, Anthony flashed more heady defense, sprinting from the lane to help on a PJ Tucker corner 3-pointer and barely getting his hand on the shot to deflect it. Damian Lillard saved the block from going out of bounds along the baseline, dishing it to Jusuf Nurkic. On the other end, Trent Jr nailed a clutch 3-pointer to give the Blazers a 103-100 edge. Finally, in the closing minute, Melo delivered a dagger on offense. With the Blazers holding a precarious 104-102 edge, Lillard drove into the lane to draw the Rockets' attention on defense and had his pick of 2 passes, to Trent in the corner or McCollum on the perimeter. He dished to McCollum, who promptly swung the ball to Anthony, who nailed a 3 to push the Blazers' lead to 107-102 with 54.6 seconds left. Ballgame. I heard G say, "One more, to my right," McCollum said of the play. But I heard the legend saying, "One more, to my left." So I passed it to the legend and he knocked it down. It was yet another round of redemption for Anthony, who had been ostracized from the NBA and thought his career was finished before the Blazers signed him in November to shore up an injury-riddled roster.